Morning Consult was out with a survey looking into Gen Z, some of their interests this time, particularly what they liked about their media taste and also their habits, their favorite celebrities, relationships with brands, and more. Let's start with one of the most surprising findings, and that's that Despicable Me franchise is among the favorite here in Gen Z. A third of the Gen Zers surveyed pros saw this in theaters. We know the importance of social media when it comes to Gen Z. A big reason why so many Gen Zers went and saw this movie in particular in theaters was because of a trending hashtag, Gentle Minions. That trend on TikTok got over 61 million views. And for those of you out there that don't know what it is, I did not know what it was, full disclosure, before reading this survey, but it was when people would film themselves dressed up in suits and sunglasses when they went into the theater. So that playing a significant role into why so many Gen Zers went and saw this movie, and the fact that it did pretty well at the box office.
Yeah, you know, I was looking at the age range for Gen Z, and I thought this is kind of young for them to be into Minions, but I guess this Gentle Minions trend is what they're really into. One thing that caught my eye was, of course, stuff like YouTube coverage or YouTube kind of usage. You know, we saw that YouTube ad spending was down just a tad last quarter, and people were concerned about that. But I got to say, if Gen Z is so heavily involved with stuff like YouTube to the point that it's blowing away stuff like TikTok, I think it's a positive for Google, right? I mean, it has to be, in my opinion.
I had to look up this Minions bit too. So I can dress up in sunglasses and enter.
You're basically going what you're wearing right now, just throw on the sunglasses and you're perfect.
That's what I wanted to clarify, because I am a Despicable Me fan, but I didn't realize there were these super fans who had one up on me. So I'm
missed opportunity, Jay.
I know. I'm going to be reborn as a Gen Z. Is it too late for that? Maybe.
No. You know, you can get in, you can do what the kids are doing these days. But Pras, to your point, YouTube being a top destination here for Gen Zers, I was so shocked that it blew away Instagram and, more importantly, TikTok and Snapchat. The fact that Snapchat and TikTok were essentially the same here, just in terms of the most used social platforms. It really speaks to the fact that if brands want to be successful, at least when it comes to Gen Z, they need an online presence, and they need to really be capitalizing on that, because that's where a lot of Gen Zers figure out what's coming out in terms of the media industry and why they are making the decisions that they are making when it comes to brands.
Can we put that back up, Gen Z's most used social platforms? Because I think when a lot of people think YouTube, they're not thinking Alphabet Google. Google has a huge stranglehold in terms of YouTube that has not even been fully monetized yet. I just think there's incredible opportunities there.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know, one thing that kind of caught my eye was, you know, the Piper Sandler teen survey, Snapchat usually the top platform, right? So I'm kind of surprised to see that. Well, Instagram, not surprised, but YouTube and then TikTok actually below that. So that's a little bit surprising to me. But I'm not shocked that, you know, Gen Z people are into short form content, short form video. We see YouTube doing that now, pushing. I mean, I've seen my YouTube feed pushing a lot of short term videos. So I think that's where the industry's headed. And then why not? Because these young users you want to kind of court now, so you have those kind of buying habits or consuming habits going forward after that.
Yeah, that jumped out to me, something that I am totally on board with. They said Gen Zers, most of them wanted their TV episodes to be 45 minutes or less, their movies to be between 2 and 2.5 hours. To me, it makes a lot of sense. They value their time. They don't want to be sitting there for a long period of time. You know, I've always struggled.
What about a good
longer movies? And that maybe is one of the things that's kept me from the movie theaters for so long. So I am on board with Gen Z when it comes to shorter TV episodes and shorter movies.
And I don't know where the coffee breaks and anything work-related fits in there. However, I would say that in terms of my Gen X habits, I'm probably going to stick with some of the longer form stuff here.
All right.
Just me.
All right, guys. Well, we'll have to come back to that conversation later.